I'd like to call this meeting of the Show City Council to order. Show that all council members are present except for the vice mayor, who's asked to be excused tonight. Tonight, I've asked Councilman Hatch to lead us in the invocation, and we have the privilege of the Showbiz Choir that's going to sing God Bless America. If you'd like to join us, please stand. You guys are second. Yeah, you're second.
Our Father in heaven, we ask for thy spirit to be with us as we meet as a city council tonight. We are thankful for the many blessings that we have received, for the gift of our beautiful mountain way of life. We ask our blessing on those who are suffering illness or loss and pray for their comfort. Please be with us in the first responders, in the military forces that they go about their duties, that they be delivered safely back home to their families. We appreciate their sacrifices and their commitment. Father, please help us to be worthy of the freedoms that we have in this country, that we may preserve them. We pray this in the name of thy Son, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet flare o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Wow.
Makes you want to sing along.
Thank you, Councilman Hatch and Showbiz Choir. That was amazing. Before we do the next item on the agenda, I know we had a study session tonight discussing some matters as far as the city park. We canceled that again tonight because I think it's very important that we have all the council members here. So that'll be on a future agenda. Probably more than likely wait till after all the holidays are over. All right, next item is call to the public. Any citizen desire to speak on a matter that is within the jurisdiction of the city council may do so at this time. Just a reminder, keep your comments to 3 minutes. And I have one. Hey, what a great name, Mr. Leach. Just spelt different, right?
Yeah, my name's Aaron Leach. It's Aaronleach. Just want to come to the council. Just a friendly reminder. It's Magic on the Mountain Heroes Christmas Tribute Light Show. It's always an honor to do this with the city. It's a light show to honor our first responders, our veterans, 911 dispatchers, linemen, doctors, nurses, our heroes. Bigger and better this year. Everything, well, with the new addition, the fence around the jail and the cabin. So everything, instead of back in the back, everything's all pushed up front. So everything is all up front and understandable. So all 20 channels, about 60,000 lights. we do have more addition of about 6,000 lights, 3,000 red, 3,000 green. Of course, our red, white, and blue tree. And it starts Thanksgiving weekend, so not this weekend, but next weekend, and it'll run every night 6 to 9 until January 1st. So hopefully just a friendly reminder to bring your families out and come on and honor our heroes and keep their memory alive. One of the videos I do include is one in our late Officer Reed. And of course, the night it'll start with the national anthem and God Bless USA, and then with taps every night, and the playlist won't be the same. So just to give everybody a chance to come out and just enjoy it and visualize the national anthem. Yeah, you ain't gonna see it any other way.
Thank you, Aaron. We appreciate what you and your family do. I know it's beautiful. If you haven't seen it, you got to come see it. Turn your radio on, right?
Yeah, it's 96.5.
When it's snowing, you can still stay in your car and watch the dancing lights and the show. It's pretty awesome. But
another thing is, if people on those cold nights, people would come pull up and tune it to 96.5.
Right. Cool.
And then,
thank you.
I do have a couple radio commercials going now too.
Oh,
so
good.
Anything and everything helps.
All right. We appreciate
Love
it
to see
very
you
much.
guys.
Thank you.
Hopefully
Thank you.
everybody's watching.
All right.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Pretty.
All righty. Next item on the agenda is special events. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Well, that's because I moved the screen and I don't have you to call the public up.
Sorry, but you're going to want to hear what I have to say.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I guarantee it.
Probably not. but
So,
let's try.
guys, I want to share with
Can
you
you
how
state your
exciting.
name?
My name is Ryan Ellsworth,
An address for the record, please.
1301 East Whipple is where I live. For the last 2 weeks, I've been privileged to be a part of the house that's being built for Justen Sherman. Some of you guys who may have seen that in the newspaper, I think there's going to be another article here in the next week or so about this. To update what happened on this, as you guys know, many know that Ethan Ellsworth passed away here a few weeks ago. He was the bishop of the Shoal Creek Ward, and his first counselor is a gentleman by the name of Justen Sherman. For the last 18 months, he's been fighting stage 4 cancer. And in February, in fact, Valentine's Day this year, his house burned down. Him and his wife and 4 children lost their home, battling cancer, and then his bishop came to him and said, well, even though you're in a double wide, I'm going to figure out a way to put you in a home. And Bishop was getting ready to get a house built and had the foundation about ready to pour. And he goes in the hospital with COVID. A week later, Bishop passes away. Justen calls me up 2 days after that happened, and he just found out that they stopped all of his treatments and they put him on hospice. So anyway, and he says, I don't know what I'm going to do. And I said, let me make a couple of calls. And I started making a couple of phone calls, and it was amazing the response I got. And I called Justen back and I said, Justen, if you allow me to take over this project in tribute to you, my cousin Ethan Ellsworth, we can get you in this house done by Christmas. And so I took on this project. The funeral was 2 weeks ago Saturday. On Monday, we called for 60 yards of concrete and we couldn't get it. Everything was backed up for 2 weeks. Gerald Perkins with Hartford Construction found out about that. Tuesday, he had a pour he was doing for 60 yards. He's canceled his pour, brought the concrete out, and poured that floor for us 2 weeks ago. Blaine Wilcock with Conco paid for that concrete. Hardco did all the construction on it. So just to recognize a few people what's happened here, it's been 2 weeks ago today, and the drywall is done, and we're starting taping and texturing tomorrow morning. And so what's happened here is we got Don Fillingham, who donated materials and labor, did the electrical. John Adams and Neeson Plumbing donated all the plumbing on it. Ed Miller's heating and cooling, 73-year-old man, because he's so busy, got up in the rafters himself and got that heating ductwork done himself in time for the spray foam. Chris Zampigi was going to do spray foam, and his machine broke down on Thursday, called up U.S. Insulation. They bring out a crew on Saturday and get that thing spray foamed. So Banana John's, my brother Alan Ellsworth, donated all the siding. Case Supply donated the metal roof. Home Depot donated the kitchen cabinets. Lowe's, half price on materials and flooring and a bunch of stuff. County inspector comes out on a Saturday and evenings to make sure all the inspections are being done. Hughes Supply has donated a bunch of fixtures for the plumbing. Perkins Cinders donated a bunch of material to get all of the road done through there. We think that we're going to have this house done in the first week in December. And this family is going to be able to spend a month or so together as a family all because of this community working together to get this house done for this family. Last week, we sent this family down to the valley and bought $11,000 worth of brand new furniture because of the donations of this community. So not only are they going to have a home, this home is going to have all the furnishings in it. And the donations have been so great that there'll be a nice little nest egg for this family to have besides having a home that's paid for. This is a 4-bedroom, 2-bath house with a double-car garage. And I couldn't be more proud to be a part of this project. And I just thought the city council needs to know about how this community has stepped up in a way like you can't even imagine. And so when you read that in the paper, now you might know a little bit more about what's going on as a community. And I just thought I'd like to share that with you.
Wow, thank you, Ryan.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ryan.
It was amazing. You were right. I did want to hear that. Thank you, Ryan. All righty, next item on the agenda is a presentation by the Sholo School Biz Choir, Mrs. Whipple. How was that hard to say?
I can't go anywhere without this group following me, it seems like. We are happy to be here tonight and announce the 37th Annual Feast of Carols. Feast of Carols began in 1984 under the direction of Scott Gentry, and it is continuing thanks to the support of this community and these wonderful youth that are standing behind me. Tickets went on sale today to the public, and we would just like to invite anyone and everyone to come and watch this amazing Christmas show. It is very unique, and you won't find another show like it anywhere in the state of Arizona. I don't even know if you'll find something similar in the country. But we hope that everyone will come and see what these amazing kids put together and the Christmas spirit that they share in our community and the special spirits that they portray to us. So just a little bit of information. The performances are December 1st through 4th. Wednesday night is our dessert night. The tickets are $10 each. And then Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th are the dinner shows. It's a full 6-course feast. The tickets are $25, and all the proceeds go to these kids and the choral program and the music program and culinary programs at Sholo High School. We're happy to include the culinary program as a part of this. They work hand in hand with us. Tickets can be sold. They're being sold every afternoon before Thanksgiving from 4 to 6:30 in the lobby of the Sholo Auditorium. And then after Thanksgiving, you can make phone reservations by contacting Corey Lewis at 928-892-9703. And if you can't make it to the auditorium to pick up those tickets, you can also call her at that number and make those reservations. If you have any questions, you can contact Sholo High School. They'll put you in touch with me, and we will get you the information that you need. So come and support us. It's going to be an amazing show. And as a little part of that, we have one more song for you to get the Christmas season going.
Angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing o'er the plains, and the mountains in reply echo back their joyous strains. Gloria, sing Gloria, sing Gloria, in excelsis Deo. In excelsis Deo. Shepherds, why this jubilee? Joyous strains prolong. Say what may the tidings be, your heavenly song. Sing Gloria, sing Gloria, in excelsis Deo. Sing Gloria, sing Gloria, in excelsis Deo. Bum, 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 bum. Come to shall cease stale. Sing Gloria,
It's all stand up.
Amazing.
Yeah, they did phenomenal.
Yeah.
Anybody in here can sing like that? They're next. That's incredible. All righty, next item on the agenda is consent calendar. We will be accepting a motion to proclaim proclamation by the mayor November 2021 as Sholo Junior High 8th grade football championship month. Consideration acceptance of a grant funds from emergency contingency fund. Consideration of purchase traffic vehicle, enforcement vehicle, consideration of the minutes of Sholo City Council meeting on November 2nd. Is there anything needs to be pulled? If not, I'll entertain a motion to accept the consent calendar as read. I have a motion by Councilman Allsop, second by Councilwoman Wilson. All those in favor? All those opposed, same sign. This time, Mrs. Hall, if you'd like to read the proclamation, please.
Whereas the Sholo Junior High 8th grade football team was crowned the White Mountain League champions with an undefeated season record of 7-0, and whereas the city of Sholo recognizes excellent and dedication by the players, their parents, coaches, and support staff, the school administrators, the student body, and the community, and whereas the city of Sholo recognizes outstanding sportsmanship by the players, their fans, and their coaches, and whereas the city of Sholo recognizes the commitment, discipline, and desire of each player and the team's collective determination. Now, therefore, John Leach, Jr., Mayor, on behalf of the Sholo City Council, does hereby proclaim November 2021 as Sholo Junior High 8th grade football league championship month in the city of Sholo and urges all citizens in the community to acknowledge this tremendous achievement.
Thank you very much. Congratulations to all of you. We appreciate that. I think it's kind of a history anymore about starting at Sholo Junior High and on up. You guys did a great job. I believe you're one of the coaches, Coach.
Yeah, unfortunately for the boys, I am one of the coaches. So I'm sorry, guys.
We have a little gift we'd like to give each and every one of you, so we'll call you up and present you with a little gift and the proclamation. Where's the other coaches?
Coach Frost is here, and also Mrs. Clerk. She's the junior high principal. She's here as well. I think they both have 45-minute speeches they wanted to give real quick.
And we're not doing those tonight. Those are tomorrow night. If I get the coaches to come up here for the proclamation, please. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of family here, so what we'll do is we'll hand each of the shirts, and maybe we'll get a group picture up here too. Congratulations. You bet. Brian Lara. No?
I'm just going to set those right here, Hal, and then if we'll get whatever ones are left over, the boys that couldn't make it tonight. Angel Rodriguez.
Thank you.
Did Angel make it tonight? No. We had about 43 kids who came out this year.
You're going to have to read them because I can't even see them.
Cody Winger. He's not here?
0 for 3, we're doing good.
I know.
Caden Warren.
Caden Warren.
Yay!
Connor Wood. Eugene Judd. Edward Wilson. Where's Eddie? I'll just call him up. Josh Williams. Like Josh, he jumps in line sometimes, cuts in front of people. Good job, Eddie. Congratulations, buddy. Okay, Curtis Wilhelm. Is Curtis here? He's not here tonight. Jet Walker. Mayor's hand in there.
Congratulations.
There you go. Adam Walker.
Congratulations. Good job.
There you go, buddy. Damian Rockenbridge.
What grade's he in?
He's in third grade. He's an eighth grader. Dane Rusma.
Congratulations. Good job.
Congratulations, Dane. Laramie Sparrow. Luke Taylor.
Good job.
Vincent Vargas. Dax Lamson.
They took your uniform away from you? Congratulations. Yes.
Kyle Manchi. Donovan Miller.
Congratulations.
You're the third grader? Yeah, he's another third grader.
Congratulations. Don't break my hand.
Joseph Arona. Okay, Cash Perkins. Kevin Quesada Garcia.
Congratulations. Good job.
Dallin Rawlings.
Congratulations. Good job.
Buddy. Ethan Reisner. There you go, buddy. Caleb Kaysen. Cameron Hernandez. All right. Logan Ashley.
Congratulations. Good job.
Congratulations, buddy. Corell Blevins. Mason Boggs. Jordan Henderson. Congratulations, Jordan. Easton Hatch. Kieran Charlie. Nathan Cooley. There you go, Karen. Hadley Dazen. Didn't make it. Kaysen Fellows. Tyler Hall. Anthony Gardner. Nick Hall. And that's it. Just kidding. Cooper, get up here.
Congratulations. What about the other kid way back there? Congratulations.
Shoulders in it.
Dax Clark.
Oh,
He's also a third grader.
geez. Another third grader? Congratulations.
Great. All right.
So if you guys all want to get right here, we'll grab some quick photos. And y'all are welcome to come up and take pictures.
Did you hear someone I do? The background.
Hal, did you want XL or large?
Won't fit them.
Where are we going?
Oh, I would get out of the picture, that's for sure.
But we need really tight men, okay? We need a tight shot.
I didn't put any powder on my head.
Are you gonna get out of the picture or go in the picture? I'm gonna get in there.
Scoot that way a little bit. You guys ready? On my three. 1, 2, 3. Oh my goodness.
Come on, one more time. Let's do it. Let's do it. Go Cougars. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, I got it.
You had your chance.
What did he say?
Hide over here.
Got you guys.
Thank you, guys. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Do they want the extra?
I'm gonna take those. Okay. There you go.
Thank you.
Hey, can I say something quick? Hey, guys, real quick, I just want to say something to the team. I really appreciate you guys letting me help coach this year. I know that at the beginning of the season, I remember the first thing I said to the team, and when we were sitting there talking, was, I expect you guys to be champions, and I expect you guys to win White Mountain League. And some of the kids, they were coming off a 1-6 season from the year before, and it was kind of like, I don't know if we are going to be able to do that. What was it, Luke? 1-3 season, right? So they only won one game the year before. And so the dedication that these kids put in and the belief that they put into the system that Coach Frost and Coach Halcomb and Coach Finch put into place was remarkable. And so I really appreciate what you guys did, trusting them and trusting each week that we were preparing and getting ready for games. And so I expect in 4 years that you guys should be back here and we're going to be celebrating your guys' state championship for Shoalo High School. You guys commit to that? Great, let's do it. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Yeah, and if you guys want to leave, you're more than welcome to leave right now. We know that sometimes city council isn't the funnest thing for junior high kids to sit and watch all day, so.
Congratulations again. Good job, guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, we had one, Jordan. Yeah, she's like.
And so I can't see anyway, and then half the names are in black.
Yeah, she played all year.
I
And,
could have read
she
them off
did,
the shirt easier.
Yeah, she did great, so.
Really good.
I was like, what? Times are changing.
Huh?
Across the street.
You're not coming back, are you? No. Okay. Absolutely.
Back after
Oh, no problem.
COVID. Living up by Portland.
Said he can't even breathe.
Is someone going to take you there?
He said he's fine. I said, do I need? He needs to stand up on his back.
Well, my basketball practice starts here.
All righty, next item on the agenda is new business. We'll have a public hearing for ordinance number 2021-07, but first I give a staff report. Mr. Tregaskes.
Thank you, Mayor and members of council. At their regular meeting of November 9th, 2021, the Planning and Zoning Commission held a public hearing to discuss an application made by Ryan Ellsworth of Paradise Acres LLC, requesting to amend Condition 7 of Ordinance Number 2016-03 and 2019-03 to extend the timeline for removal of all manufactured homes on the subject property for an additional 5 years. The original time frame for removal of the manufactured homes was based on commitment made by Mr. Ellsworth during the Planning and Zoning Commission meeting of October 25th, 2016, and was added as a condition of approval. Following this public hearing, the Commission voted 6-0. Commissioner Lewis was absent to approve the request and forward this approval to the Council. Included in this recommendation is a 2-year extension of the time frame to have all single-family homes along the west property boundary removed, with additional extensions being granted by the Council with notification to neighboring property owners and the requirement that the specified fence along the south and west property lines shall be completed no later than July 1st of 2022. At their regular meeting of November 1st, 2016, the Show Low City Council approved ordinance number 2016-03 to rezone the subject property from MH, which is manufactured housing, and R17, single-family residential 7,000 square feet, to R27, which is single-family and multifamily residential 7,000 square feet, to allow the construction of 58 apartment units on the Paradise Trailer Park property. This ordinance became effective on December 1st, 2016, which means that the timeline for removal of the remaining manufactured homes will expire on December 1st, 2021. This ordinance was amended by the City Council at their regular meeting of February 19th, 2019, to replace the solid wall requirement along the east side of the subject property and North 4th Avenue with split rail fencing and vegetative screening. All other zoning conditions were unchanged. This item has been scheduled for a public hearing. Following this public hearing, the Council may adopt ordinance number 2021-07. Subject to conditions of approval recommended by the Planning and Zoning Commission, Council may also choose to either modify these conditions or deny the application. With that, staff as well as the applicant are available for questions. This has been scheduled for a public hearing this evening.
Thank you, sir. At this time, we'll open it up to a public hearing. Anybody want to discuss anything about this? Seeing nobody move, we'll close the public hearing, turn it back to the Council for consideration. Justin, can you read me the planning and zonings recommendations, please?
So as included in the ordinance, the Planning and Zoning Commission has recommended that condition number 7 be reworded. That condition would read, all manufactured homes / mobile homes and similar dwelling units located on the west property boundary shall be removed within 2 years from the date of approval of this zone change. That would be the zone change that's being considered this evening. Any additional extensions to this time frame will require City Council approval with notice provided to the neighbors. The intent of that condition is if at the end of 2 years, Mr. Ellsworth comes back with another request, rather than going through the entire zoning amendment process, which we've done in this case, as well as in 2019, kind of simplify that process and bring it just directly back to council. However, we do have some neighbors that were a little concerned about this. And so as part of this condition, we would notify those neighbors that this request had been made to extend. Condition number 9 is also amended. Painted or stained solid masonry or concrete fencing shall be required around the perimeter of the project, with vegetative screening consisting of a minimum of 5 bushes and 4 trees per building, substituting for the required wall on the east side of the subject property along North 4th Avenue. And then this part was added, the required solid masonry or concrete fencing along the west and south property lines shall be installed by July 1st of 2022.
Thank you. Any questions or comments? Councilman Allsop.
Justin, so item number 9, that has been changed, and that is okay with Mr. Ellsworth too?
Yes. That was actually a part of his application.
Okay.
When he made for the hearing this evening. That was included as part of that application, that stipulation for the wall.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Councilwoman Wilson.
For clarification, what were the neighbors' concerns on it?
We had 2 neighbors that contacted staff as a result of the letters and the property posting that we put out. Their concern was that the 5-year extension as requested by Mr. Ellsworth, that was too long, that he had committed to 5 years, he'd had 5 years, and that an additional 5 years was too long. As a result, staff's recommendation to the commission, which was then forwarded to the council by the commission, was the 2 years with additional extensions being possible.
Okay. I just want to say it looks so much better having the apartments right there, that area, because I live nearby and I see that and it's looking really nice. So
Ryan, I got a quick question for you, if you don't mind. Or actually a comment more than anything, not really a question. And I agree with Councilwoman Wilson. It's beautiful in there. It's definitely better. My question, I guess you're comfortable with the 2 years. It's
No, let me clarify.
Let me finish first. Most of us will probably still be here in a couple of years. I just don't want to see it come back in a couple of years personally, because I kind of agree that, the 5-year process, I think it's going to be harder to find something now than it was by the end of the 5 years. So it seems like to me, I would like to see it happen within the 5 years that we agreed upon the extension for 2 years. I would definitely not be comfortable for another 5. So like I said, I know in a couple of years you can bring it back again, and a couple of years bring it back again.
So I'm going to clarify right here in front of council that when you guys want to say, Ryan, get the mobiles gone, I'm ready to get them gone.
Nowhere to put them.
But here's the problem that I ran into that I didn't expect 5 years ago. I have people come in my office, literally in tears. Ryan, there's not a park in Shoalo for us to move these mobiles to. There's nowhere for us to go. We can't move these anywhere. We can't afford to live anywhere else. The cost of living up here has changed dramatically. Right now, my apartments have raised $200 a month just to catch up with the cost of my new property taxes and the utilities that have gone up and insurance has gone up. Everything that's going up is the affordable living in Shoalo is getting worse and worse and worse, and it is what it is. So I just told these people, and maybe I'm letting you guys try to be the scapegoat. So the minute that the city council says, no, Ryan, I want you gone, then I have no problem giving the letter to say, look, this is what I agreed to. I think Justen will tell you, I said, hey, if city council wants to turn me down, and I'm going to tell these people that, look, I'm telling you, I've got a track hole. I'll come in here, I'll start tearing these out, move them down. I made a commitment. I was okay with the 5 years ago. But what do you do when you've got somebody that comes to you that are good, hardworking, honorable people that just say, we have nowhere to go? What do you do? And so I'm here saying, okay, and so the reason I asked for 5 years is because I thought, well, try to do what they can. But I'll tell you the thing that I did do, and I did this before we heard about the 2 years deal, was I actually went around to everyone that owns those mobile homes, and every single one of them signed knowing that they have to have that mobile home gone in 5 years. That was committed when I was working on the 5 years. The staff recommendation came back with 2 years, and then renewing. I'm just telling you that just to protect myself, to try to get them to be involved with what I'm up against. I had every one of those owners of those homes sign a piece of paper. That way I felt like they were vested that way, that they knew what they're up against, that they got to start making some kind of decisions here.
Right.
I would have loved to have had those buildings built there. I really would have. I'm not a big fan of the mobiles in there, guys. I'm just being honest about that. But what do you do? I try to be a respectful landlord, a helpful and whatever. And I did the best I could at cleaning the place up. The east side was the worst. That's where the old cabins were. That's where the worst mobiles were. That's where actually when I went and met with the chief of police, he told me exactly where the more problems were and everything. So we worked together to clean up the biggest problems in that given area. And so you're right. I am proud of what it looks like now compared to what it looked like. But is this going to be solved in 2 years? I'm just telling you guys, I don't know. I'm just being honest about it. But in 2 years, if the council says, look, we're done, we want it gone, and then I let you guys be the big bad wolf, I'm okay with that. I'm just telling you where I stand. So, I hope you could respect my point of view, what I'm up against.
Any other questions or comments for Mr. Ellsworth? Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Any other questions for staff? I believe you read the ordinance, right? But this time, if I can have Ms. Hall read ordinance number 2021-07 by title only, since all council members have a copy.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. City of Shiloh Ordinance Number 2021-07, an ordinance of the Mayor and Council of the City of Shiloh, Arizona, amending the zoning conditions of Ordinance Number 2019-03 on AP numbers 210-04-031 through 210-04-051.
Thank you. Bring it back to the council for a motion.
I'll move to adopt ordinance number 2021-07.
I have a motion, got a second by Councilman Adams. All those in favor? All those opposed, same sign. Thank you, Ryan. Do what you can do, buddy. Appreciate it. All righty, next item on the agenda is consideration of ordinance number 2021-06, amending Title 13 Environmental of the Shiloh City Code by adding Chapter 13.5 Tree Care. Mr. Brimhall.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. The City of Shiloh has participated in the Tree City USA program for over 20 years. Tree City USA program is managed by the Arizona Department of Forestry and Fire Management. This program helps the city track tree-related expenses and improvements inside our rights-of-way, city parks, and on city-owned property. Earlier this year, the Tree City USA program manager asked all cities in Arizona to update and organize tree-related ordinances into a more uniform format. Our continued participation in the program is contingent on the adoption of this new ordinance. The Arizona Department of Forestry and Fire Management sent all cities a standardized set of ordinance language to facilitate the process. This ordinance addresses the composition of the City of Shiloh's tree board, defines terms, and clarifies other administrative tree care-related duties and responsibilities on city-owned property and rights-of-way. With that, may have some questions that I'm available for.
Have you had any questions or comments? No questions or comments? If I can have Mrs. Hall read ordinance number 2021-06 by title only, since all council members have a copy. You were ready, weren't you?
I was, and then, sorry, 06, right? Okay. I apologize.
No problem.
City of Shiloh Ordinance Number 2021-06, an ordinance of the Mayor and Council of the City of Shiloh, Arizona, amending Title 13, Environment of the Shiloh City Code by adding Chapter 13.15, Tree Care.
Thank you. I'll entertain a motion. Got a motion by Councilman Adams. Need a second. Councilwoman Wilson, all those in favor? All those opposed, same sign. Thank you, Mr. Brimhall. All righty, next item on the agenda is consideration of resolution number R21-33, reconciling resolution number R20543, adopting an investment policy for the City of Shiloh. Mr. Johnson.
Good evening, Mayor, council members. At its August 2nd, 2005 meeting, the City Council adopted Resolution R 2005-43, adopting an investment policy, excuse me, and authorizing the city manager or designee to make investment decisions on behalf of the city. Staff recently completed a review of the investment policy, and at the October 2021 retreat, staff discussed bringing a revised investment policy to the council for adoption. Currently, the City of Shiloh has capital reserves that it does not use daily. These reserves are invested in the state of Arizona local government investment pool. This is a pool of money administered by the state treasurer's office along with cash from the other cities in the state of Arizona. The proposed investment policy authorizes staff to pursue alternative investment options in an attempt to obtain a higher yield. It is conservative and lists the state-approved types of securities the investment officer can purchase on the city's behalf. Additionally, the policy lists maturity guidelines the investment officer must follow when purchasing securities. The policy also sets standards for where certain securities must be deposited for safekeeping while the city owns them. Staff recommends adopting Resolution R 2021-33, and I'm available for any questions.
Okay. Any questions or comments? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
I got a question, Mayor.
Oh, go ahead, Councilman Allsop.
So for the last few years then that we've been doing this, the yield, we've been getting a pretty good interest rate on the money that we've been looking at or that we've been moving around.
So even though this policy was adopted back in 2005, nothing was ever done with it. We just put all the money in the local government's investment pool. So as far as the returns, I mean, it's average for government type investments in a state pool.
You're talking negative 2% or something like that?
You know, it hasn't been negative. There was a time like during the recession where there were some negative numbers, but you know, in the last 10 years, no negative numbers, but like 0.5% interest, I would say, on average.
Okay.
Like my 401k.
Any other questions or comments? If not, I'll move to adopt resolution number R 2021-33, reciting resolution number R 2005-43 and adopting an investment policy for the city of Show Low. Got a motion? Need a second?
Second.
Got a second? All those in favor? All those opposed, same sign. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
You did get who the second was, and thank you. Sorry to hear that. Almost like I was speed reading there. All righty, next item on the agenda is consideration of award of construction contract for Show Low Public Restrooms, City of Show Low. Mr. Kopp.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. Before I start on the staff summary, I just want to make a correction here. The project number is actually FM 0722B and not PR. So if you choose to award the contract when you read the motion, it's FM and not PR.
Thank you.
The city's fiscal year 2022 capital improvements program budget includes funding for constructing 2 public restrooms. One is located at the Show Low Lake Campground. This restroom building will have separate men's and women's restrooms and will replace a vaulted toilet. The other one will replace the restroom located at Show Low City Park, just south of the Show Low Little League parking lot. The City Park restroom will have 2 men's stalls, 2 women's stalls, and 1 family single stalls. All stalls will comply with Americans with Disabilities Act requirement. Staff solicited a proposal from builders to construct the buildings. The request for proposal included sketches for a concrete masonry unit building with a standing seam metal roof similar to other restrooms in city parks. Final plans for the city restroom will be provided by the select contractor. The Show Low Lake restroom will be constructed from previous restroom project plans. The contractor will also be responsible for obtaining a no-cost permit from the project. City personnel will extend water, sewer, and power utilities to the building locations. The project was publicly advertised and 2 proposals were received. Since these were proposals and not hard bids, other factors besides cost were considered. However, there was a significant difference in cost as well. The other factors included value to the city and adherence to the preliminary drawings. The total proposed costs are as follows. LD&B LLC, $177,229.29. AW Contracting Corporation, $298,366. Staff recommends awarding the construction contract for the Show Low Public Restrooms, City of Show Low project number FM 0722B to LD&B LLC, an amount not to exceed $177,229.29. and authorizing the associated budget transfers. Happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, sir. I got a question. Are these prefab or no? They're being built
they're
on
CMU.
site. So I noticed the Forest Service puts prefab. Does people don't bid those because we wanted a certain design?
We have found that those typically are more expensive than
Okay.
the site-built ones.
All right.
We did, at the pre-bid, we did have a contractor that expressed interest in doing that, but we didn't receive a bid from them.
Councilman Allsop.
Thank you. Is this going to be pretty much like the same thing what we did out in the meadow?
No.
Type of bathroom, or is there going to be a different design inside the bath? I'm just talking, not the big building itself, but the bathroom styles and stuff.
Yeah, it's going to be similar. It's just the painted CMU, and it's a similar type of construction in there.
Because I know the one at the Shoal Lake, man, that thing's been there for a lot of years, and one just south of Little League Field that's been needing some work done for quite a bit of time. So I'm glad that we're looking at doing this for really the people that's out there watching the games and just enjoying their park. So.
And if you think about the one at the Little League field, I think those bathrooms were there before the Little League.
Yeah.
I mean, I know before the remodel for sure, but
Yeah.
Councilman Wilson.
So we replaced the one at the Cholo City Park, the south one, south of the ball fields, right? How long will when will it have to be replaced again, I guess? We spend $177,000 to build this. How long will that last?
25, 45 years. It's a CMU building, so it should stand for a long time.
Is there any concern about the $120,000 difference in price on these two bids?
On the bids?
Yeah.
You know, we are real comfortable with LD&B. They did the library expansion project, and so I have a lot of comfort with working with these guys. The other contractor I have no familiarity at all with, so.
Thank you.
Make a motion.
Councilman Allsop.
I'll make a motion if there's not any other comment.
Can I say something?
Want her to come up.
Yeah. Can you come up to the podium, please?
My name is Jeannie. I'm just wondering why you can't take what's already there and reconstruct on that. Why do you have to knock that down or do away with that and rebuild a brand new? That's a lot of money to spend. Anybody?
You want to answer, Bill? You want me to?
I'm not into construction, but
So
they get so old.
The restroom at Cholo Lake is a pit toilet,
Mm-hmm.
so it's got to go. I mean, it's unsanitary. It doesn't meet any standards. The restroom at the city park is, the concrete's cracked, the CMU is cracked. It has exceeded its service life, so it needs to be replaced.
It's probably over 40 years old.
So is that like, when you get a bid, do you get like 3 or 4 or 5 bids from people, or is just?
No, we publicly advertise, so anyone can give us a bid. We received 2 on this project. So we could get 100 bids. We invite everybody to bid these projects.
When you ask for a bid, do you say, oh, we want to redo this whole thing, or do you say, oh, what do you suggest? Can you use what we have here and just?
We give the contractor specifications.
We're gonna move on. If you want to ask those questions, you can do it with him afterwards, but we're not here to debate this for sure. It's already been a public hearing, or not a public hearing. It's been
Well,
put
you
out for
didn't
bid.
vote on it yet, though. That's the point. That's a
But
lot of money.
But we're going to. That's what I'm saying. You can ask those questions with him afterwards if you want.
I know, but
We're not
I live in
having a
Cholo
public.
too, and you guys are here to serve the people.
This isn't a public hearing on it. So we're gonna move on. Okay.
Okay, Mayor, I move to award the construction contract to the Shoal Public Restrooms, City of Shoal Project FM 0722B to LD and B LLC, an amount not to exceed $177,229.29, and authorize the associated budget transfers.
I got a motion. I'll second that. All those in favor? All those opposed? Motion passed. Thank you. Okay, next item on the agenda. Go ahead.
thank you for bringing this to our attention, because there is, these should have been done a long, long time ago. And, they're so dang bad. So I appreciate staff bringing that to our attention and getting this thing done. So appreciate it very much, Bill.
And just a side note, staff has already been working on grants to replace the remaining restrooms in the parks. So
Yeah, it's just, last time I went in there, it was all hard to even get the doors to shut right. So I appreciate it very much, sir.
Councilman Adams.
I appreciate it too. That city park bathroom's been there since I was a little kid, and it was in bad shape then.
Right.
So I think this is good that we're doing this.
Thank you, Mr. Kopp. Appreciate that. Next item on the agenda is consideration of award of professional service contract for J-Quiz Dam Spillway Study.
thank you,
I
Mayor.
know my Spanish, can you tell?
Thank you, Mayor and Council. At its June 15th, 2021 meeting, the City Council accepted a grant
It's not job.
awarded from the Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, and the Arizona Department of Water Resources, ADWR, to secure a federal grant for a study to determine the scope for upgrades to the spillway at Jaquist Dam at Shola Lake. The grant will fund updating the hydrologic model analysis and alternatives to study for the spillway. It will also include a floodplain management plan. The grant amount is $126,600, and it is 100% funded by ADWR and FEMA. Staff also received a scope of services and fee proposal from J.E. Fuller Hydrology and Geomorphology Incorporated. J.E. Fuller was selected as a consultant on this project because they are considered to be leading consulting firm specializing in this type of work. They are also based in Arizona and are experts in our local hydrology. The study will include determining up-to-date hydrology and a probable maximum flood (PMF) data using current ADWR standards, analyze the spillway using the PMF to determine its capacity, provide design concept alternatives to rehabilitate the spillway, and develop a floodplain master plan. Staff recommends awarding the professional services contract for the Jaquist Dam Spillway Study to J.E. Fuller Hydrology and Geomorphology Incorporated in an amount not to exceed $126,600. And I'm here for questions.
Thank you, Mr. Kopp. I appreciate that. I just like to hear. How do you pronounce that again?
I want to know how, is it Jaquez or is it
Jacques.
Jaquez? It's French, right?
Jaquist. Jaquist.
Jaquez?
That's the traditional pronunciation.
I know I didn't learn that in Shola High School.
You didn't have Mr. Pierce as a French teacher, huh?
You made it by third grade, huh?
Is there any questions or comments? Councilwoman Wilson.
So, since I've been on this council and when I was watching it before, there's a number of grants that the city gets that I've seen. Is that correct? I mean, the city, I shouldn't ask too many questions in one, but the city applies for a number of grants, right? To pay for things so the taxpayers don't have to pay for them?
Absolutely.
Okay, and so this award right here is fully funded by a grant and not funded by taxpayers.
That's correct.
And if there was a possible grant for something such as the last topic that we had, we would have applied for it and hopefully attained it.
Yes, and as I said, we're actually applying for some grants for some additional restroom remodels and reconstructions at city parks.
Okay. All right, thank you.
And I can tell you, we could probably use about 3 or 4 more grant writers right now.
Yeah.
It'd be really nice. We have one that's retiring, so. Councilman Allsop.
So, Bill, just explain in layman terms, I guess, a little bit more. What are they doing down there at the spillway and everything else? What are they going to do? Are they going to tear that out? Are they just going to rebuild it? Or are they just going to refurbish it?
There's a few things that they can do, and certainly this isn't my area of expertise, but the issue is that when the dam was originally designed in the 50s, it was designed to the criteria of the day. Since then, the design criteria has changed and it's got more conservative and more strict. So the spillway size that it was originally designed for no longer meets modern hydrology and hydraulics. And so they would look at some sort of reconstruction, and that's what the alternatives would be. I mean, there's different types of spillways they can do. They can have like a zigzag weir, so you actually have more length in the same amount of room. They may use a portion of the dam and concrete reinforce the downstream side of that and make that some spillway area. So there's quite a few things that they can do, and we certainly will know a lot more when they finish this study. But basically what happened was the design criteria has changed. The science has gotten better for predicting storms and calculating how much runoff you're going to have from such storms. And so ADWR is interested in making it a safer dam.
Okay, my last question then is, would this project then, would it help us try to get that bridge that we've been trying to get to? Is that going that, if they see that, is that going to help us with that funding maybe?
That is completely separate. It would help us with funding if funding ever comes available for rehabilitating that dam. This would get us in a very good position to apply for those types of grants. What ADWR is telling me is this first round of grants for the studies and the design stuff typically gets followed by construction grants available in the years to follow.
Thank you.
And that bridge you're talking about, that's, what is that, north of that, is if that dam breaks, that, I promise you that bridge is going to be big enough that it won't interfere with.
Yeah.
So it'll make sure, you can see how the floodplain goes if that bridge, if that dam ever breaks, that bridge is going to be
gone.
It'll be there to make sure that if anything happens to that dam. Any other questions or comments or motions?
I just want to tell Bill, thank you for doing this and for getting our working with J.E. Fuller to bring this to this community, and also to our grant writing team to get this awarded. That's great for us to be able to have this and not have to have any money come out of the taxpayers' dollars from the city of Show Low and that coming from FEMA and stuff.
Thank you. And a lot of credit goes to ADWR too. I've been working with the gentleman there for over a year on this, so he's been very helpful.
So I'll move to award the professional service contract for the Jaquez Dam Spillway Study to J.E. Fuller Hydrology and Geomorphology Incorporated in an amount not to exceed $126,600.00.
Thanks, sir. I got a motion, second by Councilman Adams. All those in favor? All those opposed, same sign. Motion passed.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bill. Appreciate that. All righty, next item on the agenda is summary of current events. Any council members got anything they'd like to talk about? You already talked about the football team.
Yep.
Awesome job. Councilman Wilson, did you have something?
I went to the Reed Memorial that it was kind of a celebration of life for Officer Darren Reed, and it was amazing what they did, and it's amazing how the community comes out for that, and how they put it together, and it was just really great to go to that.
And the weather held up. And
yeah.
It was nice to see. There's more coming in the future, but that was nice to see. Councilman Allsop.
Thank you. Just want to remind everybody that Thanksgiving's coming up, and the Show Low Senior Center and Meals on Wheels is giving a free Thanksgiving lunch at the Show Low Senior Center at 301 East McDill. And it's this coming Tuesday, November 23rd. All ages are welcome. There's going to be 3 settings. There's 11, 12, and 1, and you need to call because they're filling up fast. And then if there's any leftovers, if you can't show up to have dinner there, you can stop by and we'll bring out the meal to you and you can take it home. So for any reservations, please call 928-532-0656. And this is just a neat thing that Meals on Wheels and Senior Center's putting on. They've been doing it for quite a long time, and I just want to thank them for stepping up and doing this for our community again. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Councilman Allsop. Appreciate that. City Manager.
And just a few things to report. A reminder that the Aquatic Center will be closed for 3 weeks for annual maintenance beginning Thursday, November 25th, Thanksgiving, and will reopen for business Monday, December 20th. The Recreation Department's accepting youth basketball registrations for 1st through 6th graders until December 26th. The registration may be accepted after the deadline, but there will probably be a late fee that will apply. So that registration is through December 26th, and you can call 532-4140 for information. The Recreation Department's also hosting a fun run, 5K fun run for the whole family on Saturday, December 4th at the Shoalo City Park Old Pavilion. And pre-registration is required for that fun run, 532-4140. Then on December 4th, on Saturday, December 4th, the Shoalo Shines Christmas Parade will be held. It'll be on the Deuce Clubs from Central Avenue to White Mountain Road and there'll be floats with light displays depicting this year's theme, which is Rocking Around the Christmas Tree. And that parade will begin at 6 p.m. and that's on December 4th. The Christmas lights in the city will be turned on the day after Thanksgiving. Maybe it'll be the day before, but for annual Shoalo Shines, the focus will be on the downtown area around Festival Marketplace, and the library, City Hall, and along the Deuce Clubs, including the Public Safety Building. And just a reminder that the city offices will be closed next week on Thursday and Friday, November 25th and 26th for Thanksgiving. And all of us at the city want to wish everyone a happy and a wonderful Thanksgiving and have be thankful for what we have in our community.
Thank you. Appreciate that, City Manager. Next item on the agenda is schedule of meetings. I know we're talking about the one that we postponed tonight. We'll let everybody know. We might probably wait till after the first of the year. There's a lot of, I think the December meeting's filling up, so. All right, if there's no more business before this, council, we need to go into executive session. I'm sorry, I'll need a motion to go into executive session. We'll discuss with the city attorney, public body legal advice, its position, instruct its attorney regarding the public body's position.
So moved.
I got a motion. I need a second.
Second.
Got a second. All those in favor?
No.
Motion passed. This time we'll go into executive session.